So we all just came rushing down
Yas.
from this
We are
death trap.
back.
We're back!
Let's see.
Caw-craw.
Kakra. Yeah, so, since, oh my gosh, where did I go? Okay, alright.
I don't know. The answer to this
I'll
question.
go ahead and get this off the screen. Above it. Okay. Yeah, so after having just been blasted off this tunnel by a tremendous gale force, you have climbed back down and have met your companions again, and the decision now lays with you on what to do next. What do you all do?
With who?
With all of you.
Okay.
What are we gonna do about... So, Valeth wants to open the sarcophagus, I know that much.
Yeah.
The other option is to go down to the insect room to find this red lantern before we open the sarcophagus.
Yeah.
You turn the thing back on.
What thing?
Microphone.
Yeah.
I say we go down to the insect room.
You
Yeah.
want to open the sarcophagus?
I mean, we can afterward.
I have some doubts about how well it will go if we don't have the lantern.
To go down?
No, to open the sarcophagus.
I see.
What does Ben think over there on his phone?
I think we have to go to the bug room and turn the garage lights back to normal.
Okay.
Because I can't see.
Can't see?
What do
I
you
can't
see?
see your faces.
Do you need to see people's faces? Is that a thing? Is that a real thing? No.
Oh god. Okay.
Like
Down to the bugs.
Okay.
Ew.
So, as you twist this sarcophagus, it only spins clockwise. It stops, and at the violet light, no clicks, but as it stops, it kind of, you hear a kind of grind, and it begins to spin all the way back around, and stopping at the red.
Resets us.
Huh. And nothing happens while at the red.
Mm-mm.
Just keep turning it.
So turn it to the green.
Yep.
Okay. So you turn it
Does
all the
anything
way.
happen when it hits orange?
No.
That's where it was when we started, wasn't it?
It clicks in yellow, and
just move on past.
you hear some mechanisms, but obviously nothing happens because it's broken. And then it clicks on green.
Okay.
These same jerking motions
Yeah.
and a very slow
I
elevator comes up.
want to be ready. Like, as it starts to go, like, I want to be ready because a bunch of freaking insects might come up with it.
Okay.
It killed some.
They did. And you watch and wait, and as that one door slides open sort of smooth, the other one kind of forces itself open, and it's nothing. You see some bug goo, some insect goo, you see some legs, some dead giant centipedes, but nothing else.
What if we sent down some, like...
It's a shame we can't bottle the poison from the other room.
That's what I was just thinking. Like, what if we sent down some poison?
Unfortunately, if we have to go one at a time, if someone is inside that elevator, they're going to just be sitting there.
Well, we don't have to stay in it to get it to go down.
No, we can ride down on top, but you can still only go one person at a time.
Yeah, I mean, we could send the elevator to the bottom like we did when you went down. and then
Try to lure them
use
up.
the rope to go down the Rasmus.
We
Or-
might also be able to lure them up through the shaft.
I'll go one at a time, but let's not do anything once you get down there. Until we get.
Well,
The bugs will come.
yeah. I could try to go down that stealth it like.
On a clanging elevator.
I think they're attracted to the sound of the elevator itself.
Anybody got a bomb?
A what?
Would you want to break into the elevator?
Oh, Coben, mark off the 2 torches from your inventory. You burned through one in your now on your middle of your second.
I'm gonna go tie my rope to the lantern again.
Okay.
And I guess prepare to do the same thing, to ride down on top of it. I guess. Or wait, like near the. I mean, we have to say we have 2 choices. We can ride down, or we could let the elevator go down and try to lure them up through the shaft, and just pick them off as they come up through the shaft.
I like that idea.
That might at least get rid of the centipedes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So wait, you're gonna what?
So, if I let the elevator go down again, and then we can try to lure them back up through the shaft. They'll climb the shaft if the elevator is down, like they did last time.
And then it could be easier to control.
Identified the
Okay.
ring.
That was a good idea.
And then we might not have to deal with quite
Did he
so
give you
many.
the ring to identify it?
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, she was up there.
Oh.
Yeah, he said
Well, I
he
was
was going to
climbing
identify.
Oh,
it.
yeah.
initially and fighting and
Got it. Oh, yeah. Yes, you identify it then as a ring of feather falling.
Okay.
That would be nice, Bela.
excellent.
So
Okay.
you can add that to your inventory by searching for it. Just search in your inventory for ring of feather falling.
So then,
Same with the goggles of night. Whoever has them can add them to your inventory.
if we want to take position, maybe around the opening, I will
Yep.
trick the elevator into going down.
I'll just give it to you.
What?
I'll just give the ring to you.
You're just gonna give it to me?
Yeah.
I mean, I'll take it. Why?
Feather falling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you think I'm gonna fall? What if you fall?
It's on who fancied all this fancy stuff.
Alright. I mean, I will hold on to it for you.
Mankind must be
Anything to
very
prevent you from
behind in
dying.
times if Featherfall is a fancy object.
Are both of these items require attunement?
I know.
Yes.
Yeah, Goggles of Night do not.
That
They're
is
fantastic.
Yeah.
I love them.
I need it so I can see further.
Do you want the goggles though?
You don't like that.
Yeah.
It's when he scrubs the head.
I would say that if you had them, then you have to see like a hawk, where you can't see anything close to you. You can only see everything far away.
So yeah, the elevator is there open. So what's the plan?
So I'm gonna fake it out so that it goes down,
Okay.
and then once it goes down, the same way last time where all the insects started climbing up through that shaft, while the elevator is down, is just leave it down while they're climbing up, and try to pick some off.
Okay.
So I think we're probably just gonna surround the hole essentially
Yeah.
Wait,
and shoot down.
Cool.
We're gonna DP that
I
one.
will switch into what stance? Sorry, I'm Stance of Earth. I will switch into Stance of Fire again.
Okay. Anybody else doing anything preparatory?
What does that look like, Edith's fart?
No, same thing. I grab like the light and stuff from the lanterns. I kind of make a symbol and concentrate for a moment, and you see like they start to gather around my hands, and just like start to lick up a little bit of my hands.
Cool.
Valeth and Cinder for both acting on your flaws.
What? I don't have any flaws. Hey!
Yay!
And let me promptly lose it on the couch. Hey!
Should have caught it.
I did catch it and then I dropped it. Oh, well, I caught it and I went, yay!
Cinder, you have inspirational.
Oh, and then I lost it again.
Mark it. Give me this one. Yeah, mark it.
Stick it.
Okay.
Don't stick it in. It's gonna fall. Stick it in.
So, you fake it out, and it begins to go through a similar pattern. It shakes, kind of wobbles on its way down. But this time, something's a little different.
Oh no.
It seems that this probably was its last trip. As it begins to shake its way down, you hear the glass tube, the doors begin to crack, and you see it kind of jolt to the side and get stuck for a moment, and then you hear a snap of some sort,
Just hold on to the rope at this point.
I wasn't on it.
and then
okay.
it
But the rope was
plummets.
tied, so there is a rope.
And it falls.
Yeah, it plummets, and so you hear obviously a loud crash, and 60 feet down, all of you, except for Coben, he can't see that far, but you see the elevator shaft just smash into the bottom of this area, and from everybody but Coben, of course, sorry,
I'm gonna. Oh, never mind.
you see just hundreds and hundreds of centipedes scatter out, and they begin to kind of climb up the walls on the outside, not in the tube, and then a few moments later, you see them kind of crawling up from the ceiling, begin to pour out of the tube.
I'm gonna throw a torch down into the shaft, so that if it lands on the bottom, there'll be light
Okay,
to fill that tube.
makes sense.
Can
I need to mark off the.
I also
Torch.
I have a container of oil.
Very good.
Okay.
Kind of drip it down around
So
the
let's
sides.
everybody
Yeah.
roll initiative first, and then this first round that you guys go will be the things that
I
you're.
thought of that, but then I don't want to break the elevator.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
but
broken
it's
now.
Broken. Yep.
What did I just roll? 16.
The hell is this?
That's the power button.
Power button?
You can turn it on.
This one. Going. Alright. Let's make these guys. Nope. Okay. And then. Please work. Please work this time. Didn't work. Okay. Okay. Cinder.
16.
Connor. Envy.
21.
Coben.
10.
Valen.
13.
Connor.
13.
And it looks like Valen's gonna go before you though. So I'm gonna put Valen before you. Okay. And then they all roll that, and then we have got to do this. Get on it, sir. Thank you. Alright. So, as your first action, as you see these centipedes beginning to pour up the tube, you have about a round before they reach you, we'll say.
Are you gonna drip it around the sides?
Yeah, my goal is to try and drip it in such a way that it's on the walls and set a light when she drops the flame, essentially. When she drops the torch, it'll light it.
Okay.
Okay. Do you do anything for this round, Envy? This is your turn first.
Oh, sorry.
Let's see. Hold on. Double checking something.
Okay. Because it might change what they do. They're,
Sure, that's true.
they are dumb bugs, but you never know.
So are they in the thing yet?
Yeah, they're just starting to come from the ceiling of the chamber below and into the 4 foot wide or the 4 foot diameter shaft.
So So they're like they're 50 feet down then?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to cast a spell.
Okay.
And all the creatures that are within that thing need to make a
Are we
saving
what?
throw
Are within what?
in my spells area.
What's the area?
A 5-foot radius.
5-foot radius.
Cylinder.
From...
Focus in the middle, so it takes up the whole tube.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, you can't see all of them, but you know, we'll see how many you hit.
But you know what we
This
need?
moonbeam.
So if this shaft were to be this square, this 4 squares right here,
Mhm.
what square or vertices would you center the spell on? So you can center it here, 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 here. Each one of these vertices.
Anywhere that it takes up the whole thing.
Okay, so it's like right in the middle. Okay, got it. Cool.
Is that what you're doing?
Doing moonbeam down the shaft. Yep.
So the creature need to make a
Is it a con save? Or a wisdom save?
it's Constitution.
Okay. Let's see how bad they are.
But time it right when they're almost at the top,
Doesn't matter.
so we can get the most of them.
Yeah.
Okay, so
It's persistent.
17 and a natural 1. So one of the swarms fails.
Obviously.
Obviously.
Okay.
What happens when they save? Nothing? Or do they take half?
Let's see here. A half.
Okay.
Do you time it when they're almost at the top? So that more could have climbed in?
Well, it's persistent, so whenever they...
Yes. But I doubt that more are going to walk into a consistent moonbeam.
I don't know this sentence.
Well, he's done it. Or
Listen
she's
here,
done
flame
it.
bolt. I'm going to do this. Okay.
Wow. That was rude. Okay.
I'm going to do 9 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
Let's
What
just
happens if they
deduct
save?
9 points of gold.
Huh?
Half.
Half if they save. So that would be 4. Okay. And then do it. No. Cute. 9. Okay. Okay, so as you call your moonbeam, let me check something real fast. You know that the moon right now is in its last quarter going to new, so it's waning. When the moon is full, for you in particular with your goddess in this world, anything to do with the moon or starlight, saves will have disadvantage for enemies, or you'll have advantage on attacks. Anything that's moon or star based theme, we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Okay.
So the moon's half right now, so nothing that's normal. But yeah.
Okay.
Anywho, yeah, so a brilliant beam of literal moonlight, a shaft of moonlight just kind of suddenly appears at the base of this lantern and kind of shines down, and it's like a microwave beam, and you see some of these centipedes just begin to fry and pop and fall and kind of hiss and screech, falling into the shaft. Yeah, you've got quite a bit of them.
And then dim light will fill the shaft, and then that area will persist, so any creature that starts its turn there will take damage.
Okay. And draw an area of effect. How do you do that again?
I'm guessing that Valeth and Envy are actually a square back too.
Okay. Yeah, that probably makes sense. Measure? No. Nope. Oh, here we go. Cone template. Circle template. There it is. A 5-foot radius. 5 foot. Let's see. Direction, template, circle, width, distance. We're at 5. We'll just keep it. The border color will be white. The fill color will be kind of a I know you probably can't see. Well, you can see it, but yeah. Can I snap it? There we go. Okay. So your moonbeam is there, and I will also. My bad. Copy that.
You gonna move it to where it is?
It's because it's on both levels. It's the same.
A moonbeam.
Yeah. So the little diameter of the shaft is actually like right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's where it's at. Coolio, Julio. Okay.
And then that's my turn.
Okay. Cinder, it is your turn.
Well, still pointing for throwing a torch down there now.
There.
We can see just fine.
Does it burn away the oil?
The
There is
oil's
no
not get
oil
put
yet.
down yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
We haven't quite gotten there. We had to kind of rewind for a few seconds. So make things in order.
Well, yeah, I changed what I would do. So it's good.
And I don't see any centipedes right now.
You see them still kind of crawling up, but a lot of the ones that you saw visually have been fried.
But none are within 15 feet.
No.
Okay. I'm going to then hold my action until they're within 15 feet.
Okay.
And then I will punch them.
Okay. So you're holding your action.
Punch them with fire.
Valeth.
Fire. I don't think they're going to get that far. But
I guess I'm just gonna shoot them with arrows.
Okay. Yeah, so they'll have cover, so they'll just have +2 their AC for how you're firing around them. So they're about half of the swarm is kind of like around the lip and half is on the other side, so it's like they have pretty good cover.
Yeah.
And swarms are weird anyway. So. D&D rules.
I miss. I rolled 3.
3. Yeah. Your arrow shoots one of the centipedes, kills it, but doesn't really do damage to the creature as a whole. I'm assuming that's the end of your turn.
Yeah, there's not really.
Riveting, guys. Riveting.
There's not really much for me to do, especially because I can't go into the moonbeam.
Yeah. Connor.
I mean,
It was your turn.
Yeah, if I want to take damage.
I'm gonna shoot down, shoot a firebolt into any swarm that's still alive.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll an attack. Dice.
18.
18. Yes, that will hit. Would you like to choose the swarm on the left side of the hole or the right side of the hole?
Any swarm that looks bigger than the other.
Okay. So the left one.
The healthiest swarm.
Okay. So the left one.
You startled them.
Nice. 8 fire damage.
8. So double that. So 16 points of fire damage. The fire roars and rips through them, cooking them, popping them. Yeah, some of them even turn to ash, and you see just sloughs of it falling down. And is that the end of your turn?
Yep.
Okay. Coben.
There ain't really anything I can do.
Hold your turn.
Yeah, just hold my turn.
Get within range.
So two of them start their turn in the
Moonbeam.
moonbeam. Do they do anything when they start or end?
Start.
Okay. So they need to make con saves?
Yep.
Okay. Whoa. That. Oh wait, that's a fail. That's a 2 fails. 3 and a 2.
Okay.
Plus
and then
nothing.
it will be 9 points of radiant damage.
Alright, so you see a better part of one of the whole swarm is just gone. And so that is cool. Move. There we go. Alright. Start the turn. Yeah. Oh, fuck. They're.
They're what?
They're fleeing.
That's smart.
Bugs avoid fire usually unless they're moths.
It's not fire. It's scintillating moonlight.
Yeah, it's like, ooh, look at this light. It's very inviting.
It is kind of deceptive.
Yeah, they don't know any better. Yeah, so they don't rush with much vigor, but they do climb up at about 20 more feet, and they still get sizzled, and you see them just falling off as they're, with the way and how much farther they have to go, they're dead.
Okay.
Like they're not smart enough to
Yeah, buddy.
handle that.
Is anything else scurrying down there?
Make a perception check.
Because if not, then I'll dismiss my moonbeam.
Well, you could just move it
Yeah, just move it.
further
And
in.
then once we get down,
Do you have to see where you're moving it?
Oh. I can't see through the scintillating light of the moonbeam. I rolled a natural one.
Oh, sad.
Ooh. I can see. 22.
It says, on each of your turns after you cast a spell, you can use an action to move the beam up to 60 feet in any direction. Technically, I don't then. I can just...
Okay. Then let us
leave.
Let us leave in this cart. There.
I'll just move it out of the way.
Okay.
It's a concentration up to a minute, so.
Okay. What's this? How far do you want to move it forward and out of the way?
I can kind of describe the room to you.
Okay.
So that you kind of know the vague dimensions of it, that there's a hallway directly in.
Yeah.
Coven.
Up the hallway.
Coben's gonna get a moonburn.
Yeah. Alright.
Just out of the way to where if we were to go down there, there'd be room for us to be down there without actually getting into it.
I'm
Okay.
super excited about this ring, so I literally just step into the hole.
Yeah, and you see her fall quickly for a moment, and then she just slowly levitates down.
Oh, it's the best thing ever.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab the rope and start making my way down.
Yeah, I'm assuming you guys all make your way down.
Oh my god,
Easily enough.
it'd be cool if like
Let's see.
they're like activated and you actually turn into a feather.
Ah,
Yes.
and it lasts an hour.
Legit.
You're just a feather.
And you just fall down and
Yeah.
until you like hit the solid surface. And
Though there is
back.
also a rope.
So, I'm going to assume, because it's not something that needs to be adjudicated too much, you guys can climb down easily enough.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you guys climb down into the room.
Wait, can we all pile onto Bailiff?
Oh god.
No.
Is that how that works?
No.
First level spell. I can choose up to 5.
Yeah.
So
We don't need it though.
We climb down.
There's
Like a
there's a rope that's tied.
you two
For
are
future
gonna
reference.
climb down the road?
Yeah.
Alright.
There's a rope.
Save the spell slot.
You don't need to waste a first level spell slot.
Yeah, like she's done it multiple times. Like the ropes are safe.
Yeah,
And
it
he's
was
not-
the elevator that wasn't
There's no
safe.
need to roll for the rope.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
You're just trying to show if Connor wants to show up Bailiff and jump off as well, that is his prerogative. Cinder, the moment that Moonbeam was gone, basically jumped on the rope and went twirling down.
And Bailiff was probably holding the rope just in case it didn't work, but she was like really excited, so she wasn't really.
She was like, ah! Oh, I'm good.
Okay.
That first initial.
Can I guess that you're gonna use the rope too? Alright. Well, I cast Magic Ball on myself.
Okay.
And I float.
Float
gently
down with Bailiff. The rest of us just scurry on past
You're funny.
as you go down 5 feet at a time.
Look, Connor, I'm a wizard too.
Yep.
Look
So
at the spell I learned from your master.
Yes, aren't we cool?
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Sure. Anyway, so as previously described, this room with the disapproving stern stares of the bas-reliefs, some of them melted, many of them scorched. This little hallway leads into a cross section where you hear, now that you're all down here, and with that other 22 perception, as you pick up the previous sound of the massive amounts of large bugs, and there is lots of light. Oops, sorry, nope, ignore that. That's not the right tool. There are lots and lots of lights coming from this direction.
Okay.
Just a grotesque amount of light.
Huh, maybe.
I mean, I would love to put them all on at the same time, but they're not exactly cooperating with me. Oh, they're not visible. That's why. Hold on. I'll show you when it's
If it
there.
bugs, maybe I just send my moonbeam in there.
Yeah. I feel like the moonbeam is our best bet to just
Alright.
kind of sweep these things.
Our pre-bug treatment.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I like it.
Because, because he told us about the bombardier beetles and that they can shoot stuff from their butts, so
So
staying
how
out of
about
range from them is
everybody
much
roll
possible.
initiative again?
But my beard.
Can I just keep my initiative?
Before that, I want to
Yeah.
say a little vigilant blessing to Cinder.
For me. What?
What?
For me?
A little vigilant blessing. You can get advantage on your initiative.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yay!
Oh, initiative. Okay.
Well, thank you. That means I get a 22 instead of a 16.
Oops.
Yay!
I just accidentally moved.
Thank you.
Forgot I can do that like
Well, then, I have to manually do
You're like, oh
those.
yeah, I can like give you initiative and stuff
How often?
This is annoying.
whenever you want. To me,
At will?
you can only do it to elves though.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a saving thing.
I'm not. Alright.
What of a half elf?
No, you don't know.
Painted.
Sandy don't care about no health elves.
I'm elf enough. I'm elf enough to have dark vision.
Yeah, well, that's not a Sandy type of thing.
barely little baby
So,
dark
like,
vision.
if Loth can bless you.
Little baby dark vision.
Alright. I am running into a UI issue. Hang on a second. Okay,
Normal
so, Cinder,
dark
what was your
vision.
initiative?
22.
Not,
Bailiff?
22.
not extreme dark
I
vision.
got
Can you
14.
Connor, what's your initiative?
14.
You guys always get the same.
Can you give yourself advantage?
If I didn't choose you yet.
Envy, what's your initiative?
16.
Coben.
9.
We'll always go at
Keeping
front
under
anyway.
10.
That's right, keep it good.
That's everybody. Alright.
Hey,
It's okay. She just likes me better.
Okay,
Like I said, it's an
so
elf thing. You can't. You can't get it.
will you hold on to some stuff for me?
You're just elf adjacent like him.
5.
Oh, hello.
Wow.
I did warn you guys. There were many
Holy
insects
shit.
down here.
I just need you to hold on to like,
So as you land,
Who has fireball?
Cinder, you take first action technically in this whole round.
And I see a thing.
Yeah, the
I see a cephalopod.
yeah.
More
So
levels.
around the corner to the left, you can see not a fire beetle, but
You said 12.
a centipede of gigantic proportions.
Oh yes.
The size of a person.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Cool. Cool.
The moonbeam is there though.
Yes.
Is it dead?
Nope.
Okay.
It wasn't in the moonbeam.
So I need to get within 15 feet of it. So. to be fair.
Yeah, so,
Okay. Well, I will move up then, and I will fiery punch it through the moonbeam,
Will you?
or I won't, god. Oh my god, I can't fucking roll for my unarmed strike at all.
You can't even.
Can't even. No, I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, they don't even fit on the screen.
Yeah.
Alright, I rolled an 11 and a 10. So
11 and a 10.
yeah, I rolled a 4 and a 5.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah.
Uh,
So I punch out through the moonbeam, but it or something. I hit its keratis hide.
yeah,
I'm assuming I do not actually hit.
you're in the fire stance.
I am in the fire stance,
Okay. Yeah.
and
no.
then I'm
The
gonna.
heat of your fire gets deflected by the light.
I will move back in
Oh,
front
light to
of
the moon.
Huda, what's his name? The sword of elf.
Sort of. Wow.
Wow.
Wow. All right, and that's the end of your turn.
Mhm.
All right, NB, it's your turn.
I'll move my moonbeam to the left.
To the
Okay.
left, to the left, party to the left. Can you move
Let's
up?
see. Let's move that. How do we do that? There you go. How many feet to the left?
Let's go 10 feet.
Let's go. Baby.
Yeah.
Right there.
Mhm.
Okay. All right.
I thought the light was coming from the right.
It is.
Oh. You didn't want to move it the other direction where all the beetles are?
I can't see the beetle. I don't know if they're in there. I know there's a beetle right there.
That's not a beetle, it's a centipede.
It's a giant one. It's bigger than the swarms.
Okay, I move to the right instead.
Okay.
I'm just thinking because then all these beetles
like,
are going to come
dude,
running out of the
Yeah,
other
like, oh,
side.
wait, let's move the other way. And,
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
10 feet to the right instead.
Make it 20.
Okay.
Do you want to move it all?
Alright, well, 3 failures.
Okay. So then they take.
Wow.
Wow. Because that's the way. We
They take
like
8
it.
points of radiant damage. As my moonbeam caresses their bodies.
Okay.
Fills the Mercedes holy light.
Yeah, you hear small, like, combustion, like, liquid explosions,
Yeah.
and flashes of heat and light kind of light up the hallway.
Yeah, no, yeah, I'm gonna actually move up. I'm gonna move up to that corner.
Which corner?
To up, no, down. I go right.
Do you have the controller still?
There's no right.
No, down one more. To the right.
There.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just in case something peeks out, and I don't want to be there.
Okay.
So that'll be my turn.
Bailiff. It's your turn.
Okay.
He did something, but can't really quite see what.
Yeah, we hear it and kind of like.
Yeah, you see the light, and you feel a little bit of the heat kind of just spurt around the corner.
Ooh, what does it smell like?
Down here, it's like underneath a kitchen sink with like chemicals that's been set on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like that mold, damp.
I want to shoot that bug. Has that bug taken an action yet?
It is not.
Nice. Assassinated.
Assassin!
Easy plane. I get advantage, right? Let's look at this. Okay, so that's a 12 to hit.
Does not hit.
Yeah.
So your bolt flies off and it hits a very hard carapace.
Chink.
Lame.
The centipede sucks.
Um.
That centipede is giving us the most trouble right now.
Seriously, just can't penetrate its steely hide.
Okay.
Oh, and it has friends.
We need a penetrator up there.
What?
What?
A penetrator that knows how to penetrate things.
Yeah, that's how to get in those holes.
Not the right one. Where did you go? Where did you go? Hang on. I'm having technical
It's gonna be
difficulties. There we go. Okay.
a few turns and several insects to kill me.
Alright, so you have missed. Is at the end of your turn. Do you want to move anywhere?
I am. Ooh. me that is dangerous?
Let's see, what does your vision show you? You see about 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 40. About 40 feet down that hallway to the... What are you doing?
I was gonna move
Okay.
down this way.
So about 40 feet down the hallway, the stairs begin... you see stairs, and they begin to descend. But they descend into what looks like water. Like it's flooded.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna move forward and closer to this fucking thing because I feel like I need to see. So that's what, 5, 10, 15. Move. 25, 30.
Damn.
And what the fuck is that I see?
What?
Oh.
Do I actually see that? Like, what the fuck is that?
No.
Okay. Cool. Cool.
Oh God.
And I'm gonna move up this way
Okay.
to prepare to flank.
That's
Okay.
not what I figured.
For playing Beatles or that centipede.
You did not see what
Either,
made
whatever
us
comes
say,
out.
oh my God.
No, but just, why not?
Okay, and that should be my turn.
Okay.
Okay.
Connor.
The fuck is that?
Pay no attention to that man behind the curtain. Connor, it's your turn.
That's you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to move up next to Cinder
Alright, here?
Yep.
Okay.
and
Just letting you know you are counted as difficult terrain if people move past you. So
okay, I'll move up one. Does
Yeah, they can move diagonally through us.
yeah, I'm gonna
Are you gonna shoot the centipede?
yep. I'm gonna take my shot at it.
okay. With
Can
firebolt.
anybody hit this centipede?
15.
Yep.
Maybe.
That hits.
Yay! Too bad it was immune to fire.
You should have said no and it would have been funny.
Okay. We'll put on 5 fire damage.
It's okay. There's plenty
Alright.
more centipedes where that one came from. You can see them all lining up down there.
Yeah, that fire damage is enough to obliterate this centipede, and it shrivels and pops and dies where
Yeah.
it stands.
Good job.
Okay.
Is that the end of your turn, or do you want to move more?
I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna move back
Do you have a controller?
10 feet. I
should.
do, but it keeps shutting off,
Okay,
Oh.
so you're moving
and
back.
it won't stay on.
10 feet. Yep.
There you go. 10 feet.
Like that? Okay. Alrighty.
Oh, and also I should mention that if there's more, if room prohibits, or if room allows, my moonbeam's actually bigger
What do you mean?
because it's a 5-foot radius. Is that how big a 5-foot radius is?
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah. Be a 10-foot diameter.
Go ahead and roll damage for your moonbeam. Your moony beam.
moonbeam.
My boob's so cool.
It's the best.
18.
Oof.
Woof.
2 9s.
Bow, 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 bow.
That's
Bye-bye.
awesome. That's almost max damage.
Hmm.
Ding, 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 ding.
Alright.
Upping the kill count in this dungeon.
Coben.
Corbin, it is your turn.
Coben. Not Corbin.
Did I say Corbin?
Yeah, you did.
Oh shit.
Oh my god.
See?
How could you?
Rude.
It's okay, I've really just now realized I've been spelling it wrong this whole time.
Have you been spelling it with a Y?
Yeah.
It looks cooler with a Y.
Everything's cooler with Y's.
Yeah, it does.
I thought about spelling center with a Y, but it didn't make sense.
What's the Oh, this is the broken controller.
Ah, stop!
Why are you moving it like that?
The controller's broken.
It's the one that sticks.
Yep.
Yeah.
The kickback is sensitive. It's not right in the
Can't see
position.
nothing, so I don't know what I want.
Where do you want to go? There.
Oh.
You can't see. This is what you see.
You can move up there.
I guess I'll just keep going up.
How many feet
Just
was
don't
that?
go into the moonbeam.
It's 5, 10, 15, 20.
You have 10 feet of movement left.
Then I just go up 2 more or 10 more feet.
Right there?
So you're next to me.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Cool.
We'll just bottleneck this shit.
You want to hold an action or anything?
Flank them from both sides.
And attack, sure.
Something gets within melee.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just in case you're getting jump scared.
Yas. Let me remove some shit.
Centipedes are marching one by one. Hurrah, hurrah. Centipedes.
Yeah.
One by one. Hurrah.
Okay. These
Centipede is
centipedes.
too long for that song, but.
Let's see. Snicker, snicker,
The bugs are
snicker.
marching one by one. Hurrah.
I'm a sneaky centipede. I'm going to move all weird.
Snickering snickerweed. One has moved within range.
Does
Kill
the
it.
movement count as action?
What do you mean?
Oh, did he say if one attacks him or
Or
one moves within
assassinate?
range?
When one moves within range.
Yeah.
So you can go ahead and make your attack now, Coben. As 2 centipedes crawl around the corner and both of them attack Bailiff.
Well, does movement
She's
count
checking.
as taking an action?
Taking it, well, it depends on if you use the dash action.
I think he means for her assassinate feature.
I mean,
Oh,
they're
yeah.
attacking either way. So.
Yeah, so that it's more.
It's
like-
active now.
yeah, it's about their turn way back.
Yeah,
whether they've
they have
taken-
a negative turn.
Oh wow.
How do you do that
Seriously?
on the app? Like
What?
the roll thing?
13 and 12.
You just click it, like so. Every your attack and stuff will have a little box around it, and anything that has a box you can click on, and it'll roll for you.
So I just click
I'm
on it.
assuming
just
Bailiff that
randomly
a 13 and a 12 doesn't hit you.
That's not what I wanted to do.
That's correct.
So if you do your attack, go back. Say 45 feet.
Just attack with that.
Then you hit that.
Uh,
Then roll. And then how you get up here.
well, I have to roll the hit first.
Wait. And then you just hit the modifier.
Yeah.
Does a 15 hit?
Yes, it sure does.
Whoop whoop.
How much damage?
Yeah, and for that one you just hit the damage.
8 damage.
8 damage.
How's it looking?
It's dead.
Okay.
Yeah, you cleave it in half.
Is that the only one there?
No, there's one underneath that dead body.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't get within range of you though.
Okay.
So, and both of them missed Bailiff terribly. As these centipedes, although large, look
Focusing.
Fragile?
husky, or nope, like they're shriveled. They're not as well fed.
Malnourished.
Yeah. If a
They're ill.
if a bug can, I guess
They can.
Yeah. Well, most
They
people
can look
probably
withered.
wouldn't recognize what that would look like though. But all right. Okay. So next up in combat is Cinder.
Me. Okay, so there is one right in front of me here.
Yep.
So if I go here, I'll be flanking it.
Yes.
So Cinder is going to rush up and poppity pop pop. Maybe.
Squish some bugs.
Okay.
See if we hit. That is a dirty 20
That's
and a dirty 17.
they both hit.
Actually, it's a pretty clean 17. Okay, this is all fire damage.
Very clean, hygienic.
That is 14 points of fire damage.
It is dead.
Pow pow.
Bitch.
And that was, let's see.
And then you can shout out and tell Envy to move her moonbeam 15 feet to the
20.
right.
This is about me right now, so. So I moved 20.
We're on the Me channel. We're on the MeTube, not the YouTube.
Do I want to check this room for more bugs, or do I want to run over to there?
There's a moonbeam still between you and other bugs.
Yeah, but I could get just on the other side of it in case I don't get by.
Well, I think you have to take damage the first time you enter it.
Yeah, I don't have to enter it though. I can stop just outside of it.
Oh, I see.
That's what I was thinking.
Okay.
Yeah, from your perspective, Cinder,
Mm-hmm.
these bombardier beetles are glowing red.
Okay.
But the 5 or so that have died in that moonbeam,
Mm-hmm.
obviously died. The rest have stopped and they kind of skitter around
Okay.
as if they're now aware that you can't go through fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I move over there. I check that room real quick, and then I move back.
Mhm.
And then I'll call out to Envy. If you move it, how did I describe that?
Mhm.
If you move it forward and to the right a little, you'll catch more of them.
And,
Very nondescript directions.
and with that,
So with that, what I want to do is I want to go diagonal up 1. And then look where Cinder was looking. But I'll be looking at the wall.
so that move is actually 5, 10, 15. Okay, I'm just letting you know.
Okay. And then looking, and then I want to move my moonbeam a little forward to the right.
Okay.
So basically, he's trying to see my trajectory to see
Yeah.
what I was thinking.
Okay. So make a DC 12 insight check. See if you move it where you would think is optimal.
Okay.
You could also roll like a D4 and see how many forward and how many to the right.
19 insight.
Yeah, that's fine.
I get a +6.
I would imagine that this is where you were planning on it to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you nailed it then.
Nailed it.
All right.
Nailed it.
So her description was good. So that was your bonus action and your move.
Yep, and then they take 12 points of damage.
Oh yes, they do have to make a save. 12. So it
Or
would-
6 if they save.
Yeah, it wouldn't matter. They're all dead.
And then remember, it only lasts for a minute, so.
Yeah, it's been a minute's 10 rounds.
Okay.
So
So it's been probably what, 4,
In 4 rounds?
5?
yeah.
With the
it's
shimmying
been-
down the rope.
Let's say it's in 5 rounds because we have 5 rounds left. Okay. Let's see here. Valeth, it's your turn.
Okay, well. Behind me.
In front of you.
For more bugs.
Yeah, you clearly see the corpses of these beetles, and they are no longer.
That's a beetle, right?
The beetle?
Those are all dead.
That one's dead too?
They're
No,
all dead.
that one's alive.
All the ones with the skulls are. Oh, that one. Sorry. Yes, that is alive.
Okay.
My bad.
I'm gonna shoot at it with my crossbow.
Okay, roll to hit.
That
The
is
lights are
an
going
18
out.
to hit.
That hits.
Excuse me. Seven, 8, 9, 10 points of piercing damage.
It's dead.
Excellent.
Yay.
And that is my turn.
Excellent. I like how it's getting dimmer and dimmer.
Yeah.
I love that. So cool. Let's see. Connor. It is now your turn. You hear a lot of popping, sizzling, kind of like the escape of air from Carapace, and lots of flashes of light, and then the room beyond to the right is getting a little dimmer and dimmer as the seconds go by.
Okay, I'm going to move up to the corner in front of me.
Okay. You see one bombardier beetle.
Okay,
His
I'm
name is
gonna
Bomb.
shoot it.
With what?
Fire bolt.
Okay.
Or not. I rolled a 5.
Okay.
And
So your firebolt hits the bombardier beetle, but it does nothing because it is a bombardier beetle made of fire.
Yep.
Just I don't know if
I thought it might do something. I just didn't know it would do nothing.
yeah you're pretty sure that it's immune to fire. In fact, with your 20 whatever earlier, you would
24.
know that. Yeah.
Alright. Well then I am going to go look for I'm gonna go check out the other room.
To the left.
Yep.
All right. So you were behind Envy, right?
Yep.
All right. So you can get. You can get here, unless you were spend your action. So because you're blocked by Cinder and bodies. So.
I already spent my action.
You're not gonna fire, so you're gonna spend your action to dash.
Yeah.
Okay. There we go.
Didn't he spend his action firing that?
No, he took it back.
Oh.
Retcon.
Yeah. So you can get here. Oh, you can't see. You can get here.
Okay.
Is that where you want to be?
At the corner.
Right here?
Nope, one more back. Yeah.
Right there? Okay. So you see 8 man-sized stone slabs about 4 feet off the ground. They're arranged in 2 rooms. And a long dead corpse, possibly a human, lays sprawled out on one of these slabs. His red leather armor, the only hint of color in the otherwise drab room. The north and south walls taper in somewhat, and the short west wall abuts a small stone stage. A very large gray clay statue of a powerfully built warrior wielding a cylinder-headed great club stands tall upon the stage, its eyes surveying the room. Let's see. Yep, that's what you see. So the corpse is right here. I will draw it because I am high tech and we doodle.
Very lifelike stick figure.
There. That's the corpse.
New text. That's the name.
Yep.
New text lies here.
New text. New text to this.
And that's my action.
Okay. Then it is going to be the Beatles.
Ella Beatles.
Beetles.
So you guys see at this point in this other room where the Beatles, the Bombardiers were, you see the north and south walls of this chamber taper in somewhat, and in the nook of the far eastern wall rests a wide stone basin backed by a 5 foot tall shelf. A hardened orange paste spills out over the 2 foot basin lip and covers much of the shelf. Thousands of tiny, like shed bright blue and orange carapace shells kind of like scatter the room. And let's see, Yeah, okay. So this area, this is the basin, this little half circle, and its back, this little like thing on the back, is the shelf. So there's like an area kind of behind it. It's not tall enough to really like see anything. But inside this basin is this orange kind of
Almost
writhing
lava?
mass. Huh?
Like lava or?
No. It looks like an organic, almost kind of reminds you of the mold, but it's obviously not mold. It looks like a nest.
Got it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Gross.
But yeah, so these beetles have begun to retreat to the nest.
Sure.
And that is going to be their turn. They're actually going to hold actions. And Coben, it is your turn.
Very good. Very good. They're smart to hold their action.
Yep. Each one of those bodies is difficult terrain too, just like the way.
Difficult to work.
It's difficult terrain, so it counts as 2 squares of movement. Yeah.
I think I'm gonna cast Ice Knife.
Okay. Upon which one?
Like this one.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Roll an attack.
Okay.
A spell attack. Attic.
Wow, I only got a 6.
Oh damn. That sucks. You miss.
Yep.
And what does the spell say explicitly? Does it shatter after it hits the target, or does it shatter when it hits?
On a hit.
Okay, so
Or
yeah.
hit. No, it says hit or miss the star, then explodes.
Okay,
So it explodes anyway.
in a 5-foot radius.
Yeah.
Okay.
Around the target.
Yeah, so that hits all 3 of them, and then they need to make some sort of save.
A
or-
dex save.
Okay. They all fail.
And they
Wow.
take 2d6 of cold damage.
Well, shit.
So roll your 2d6.
So roll 2d6
Okay.
cold damage, huh? I wonder what that's gonna do.
Mm. 1, 2.
No, you just hit it once and the thing rolls 2d6.
I'll hit what once?
The damage on that spell.
Yeah, but that's like the normal damage is 1d10, but I have to roll 2d6s for this.
Okay. Okay.
I could roll 2d6 for you.
And when you roll d6, you see the little blue dice at the bottom?
Yeah.
If you click that, then a little menu will come up with all the different dice you can roll.
Mhm.
And if you click if you click the d6 twice and hit roll,
Oh.
yeah, then it'll roll just 2d6 for you. With
D&D
nothing added.
Beyond.
Oh, then they got 11.
11?
Yeah.
So that's 22 points of cold damage.
Damn, son.
They're obviously dead.
Oh yeah. Oh, there's one left.
There's 1 beetle left.
That one
Nice.
was close. I could have got it.
Good job.
Sad. Yeah, you guys are pretty well equipped for this. So, Cinder,
No, we're not. Those are challenging.
So, question.
it's meant to be annoying.
I think you're more annoying
I
than we
mean,
are.
so could I do something cool
Maybe.
to mitigate all the difficult terrain that's here by rolling an acrobatics check and just trying to run across this wall?
Yeah. 3 spaces of acrobatic, the difficult terrain trying to clear, so that's 5, 10, 15, DC 15.
DC 15?
If you fail, then you stop on one of the corpses.
16.
Nice. So move where you want. So you sprint, run up the wall.
Yeah, so what she's gonna do is she's gonna run forward and she'll jump like right behind Valeth and basically just run over, and as she does, I'm gonna collect the moisture from the wall.
Yeah.
And use my bonus action to switch into my stance of water.
Mhm.
And that leaves me exactly 15 feet from that little guy. Which doesn't matter because my...
Just kill it.
Yep, and I'm going to do a unarmed strike against it.
Yep.
I mean, I might miss. I haven't rolled that great with them.
Yep.
Um.
Now you hit it. It's fine.
Okay. I hit it.
Yeah. With an epic move, you
And I
send.
deal it 7 points of cold damage.
Yeah, at 14. And they have 4 hit points. So, yeah. So you go in there and you obliterate this fire beetle while you're so epic and cool. We're out of combat.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yay!
Yay! Good
Because I
job.
rolled a 9.
The last fire beetle. The last of its species. You just committed genocide.
Well, there's a whole nest that's still writhing.
Yeah. If you're so keen on it, why don't you rescue the nest?
You notice that this
Nice.
basin has a very familiar shape and style
Mm-hmm.
to the fountains in the other room.
I mean, I'll leave the basin alone. It's just a bunch of larvae.
Yeah, basically.
They're fine.
Is it like pouring anything into it?
I mean, it's clear that it's been consuming them, the food that's been coming back. It's like the perfect nest
Yeah.
for
Some
bugs.
perfect nest for these
Nice.
cute little bugs.
So I will dismiss.
I
my-
mean, they
They're
probably
just bugs.
have some sort of magical property.
Well, they probably didn't, but they do now because
Your
they've
wizard
been
will like
exposed.
to. It can grow and harvest them.
Bombardier beetles, you do know, as with a higher roll, can be used to create alchemist fire.
Look at that. It's an alchemist fire form.
So I move up into
Cinder
that
doesn't say any of
intersection.
it. She just would look at you and be like, "They're not."
Yeah.
I mean, this is their natural.
We could,
Well, that was easy.
we could
Easier than we thought.
Yeah, that wasn't so bad.
and rig it up. to just
Since we knew what we were up
popping out
against, and
little
you, that moonbeam, that was clutch.
Yeah, the moonbeam
That's disgusting.
was pretty awesome.
I'm joking.
It's pretty much up. Go attack
That
it.
would be
Go
They
move
look
forward.
like
Highly
big punches you on the
unethical.
arms. Like that was real good.
I'll look at it. And nod my head in approval.
Cinder walks away from you.
Mm-hmm.
She just shakes her head at you.
All right. So this area is eerily now quiet of all the chittering.
I'm cold.
You know,
I don't
it's,
think I was
it's still very
serious,
warm.
did you?
You call after her.
You still hear a little bit of movement, like from the huge nest of these larvae. They're kind of still moving around and feeding on the paste.
Yeah.
But you are free to look around to the north again. There looks to be 2 small little like alcoves that jut out. And
Oh
from
yeah, that's the way I wanted
from
to
what
go.
you can see, the steps lead down into another chamber, but they lead down only about 5 feet until it begins to hit water and begins to descend into the water,
And hey,
and
you're
it's
the one
completely submerged.
that called it an alchemist fire farm. So
Alright.
yeah.
Make a wisdom saving throw, Cinder, as you enter that room.
Sure.
Ooh.
As I literally like he's like jabbering at me about I didn't mean it. I didn't mean anything by it, and she's just like shaking her head and walking by him, and then wisdom saving throw. You say 17.
17. As you enter this chamber, you get a very heavy feeling, something that actually. Nothing happens. So about where you step, the clay statue begins to animate, and its head, its hairless head, and its kind of featureless visage turns to you, and in that strange language of which you only pick up a few key words, says something about the name of the master.
So I answered one of these questions. It attacked me. The name of the master.
Yeah, you pick up the words like name of master.
Ooh, okay. I don't know if this is correct, but so we have two names that we've heard being battered around, and one was in robes, but the other was in armor, right?
Well, the two names, I think the one on the sarcophagus would be...
Or the one holding the staff.
Yeah, there's the one that's holding the staff.
Was there a name on the one with the staff?
And then... what the heck is his name?
Icosiel or Zosiel?
Is that what it was?
Well, there's Ecosia, and then there was... what was... and Zosiel, that's right. I wrote it over here.
The I one is the one that was in the sarcophagus.
Yeah. I don't know where I wrote... why did I write Zosiel? Because there was notes I made about him. Oh, I just wrote Zosiel.
Psychically trolling each other.
Okay, because Zosiel was one we haven't seen any depictions of Zosiel yet.
As far as you're aware now.
Okay. But and Ecosia was the one. That's the name on the coffin.
Yep. Icosiel.
Icosiel.
Yeah. They both end in S-I-E-L.
Oh.
Ico and Zosiel and Icosiel. Are you trained? Are you proficient in religion? Is anybody here proficient in religion?
I don't think so. Can I don't still hear the sound of the wind, do I?
No. Down here, no.
No, I'm not. Whatever. She would reply, Ecosiel.
Okay. The clay statue turns its head to a forward face and remains still.
I'm gonna look at the corpse.
Yeah, sure. This is a corpse of a human. You can tell. It's not quite fully bones, but it's well past the decaying stage. So it's like mummified almost.
Okay.
But most of its skin has been eaten off. Any exposed skin had been chewed and gnawed away.
Right.
So, but you can tell just by looking at it. You can't tell how long it's been dead, but it's been dead less than a century. So it's not like the other bones maybe that you found.
I wonder why they didn't eat the meat.
Well, you know, it's covered in like armor and gear. So
it's been gnawed on.
yeah. But the armor, the deep red leather armor, is perfectly intact. Along with its other gear, you see a very nearly rusted through short sword and a handful of daggers, a leather backpack, some other adventuring accoutrement that might take time to go through. This is clearly an adventurer of some sort that met its end. He doesn't look... Make a medicine check. Anybody that's investigating this corpse.
The armor that he's wearing, or I mean not the armor, but the daggers and stuff, are they also rusted through?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ow.
Medicine. 19.
Don't do that.
Oh. You can tell that this corpse probably died about between 30 to 40 years ago.
Okay.
Jesus.
Which normally would be skeletonized, but
Because there's no air really flowing. Probably.
yeah, it's kind of wishy-washy.
Kind of a
like,
foggy.
Yeah, actually, the acid in the air. Yeah, exactly. You can tell with that medicine check that this person did not die in any sort of struggle. This person, and you can tell that it's a male.
Mm-hmm.
It's a male human. This person looked like they literally laid down on one of these slabs and just died.
Wow. Okay. Well, I'm gonna take his armor and his bag.
Sure.
I'll leave any of the rusted equipment.
Yeah, you can.
And she'll pull it all off gently, like the armor and stuff,
Yeah.
and just kind of set it aside.
Yeah.
And then like the bones and the remains themselves.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, she's gonna take it of anything useful, but like the weapons that are rusted and things like that, any personal effects, she'll leave there.
Mhm.
And she'll kind of rearrange him so that he's back to his laying position.
Mm-hmm.
But
Just general respect for the dead.
yeah.
Cover him with a cloak.
Does he have a cloak?
It's
Well, I mean-
mostly just bits of
One
cloth.
of us probably
It's
has
not really a cloak anymore. Okay.
Maybe his bedroll.
One of us probably has one.
I don't know. If you guys want to give him a cloak, that's fine. But I mean, he laid down on his slab and died. So.
Is this what is this room that you're in?
I am in a grave room of some sort.
They're
I don't
like
know.
stone beds.
Yeah, there's like stone beds, and then there's this talking statue.
And I would
Yeah,
prefer,
the only reason I'm not going in is because I saw the statue talk to you,
Mm-hmm.
and
and
it freaked me out.
on second thought, I would like to see if any of his limbs start to twitch. You know, just in case he animates.
So this is gonna take Cinder probably a good couple minutes.
Yeah,
to, like,
she's
go through.
she's taking her time. Like she's not rushing
and yeah, the corpse isn't moving.
Yeah. So
Does anybody else? Oh, and you find a silver ring, a generic-looking silver ring, but on first glance it's generic. But if you take a closer look at it, there are small inscriptions of 3 dots, like 3 patterned dots, and you can make a history or religion check to see if you know what that is. It's like it would be like an equilateral triangle, like 3 dots, but they're slightly askewed, so they're just slightly kind of
6.
6.
Nope.
Nope.
I rolled a 4.
Some human shit.
Yeah, some different shit. And then red magic armor. And a backpack.
Yep. Inside the backpack is you can consider it a dungeoneering kit, a dungeoneering kit.
Minus any rations.
Yeah. Right. Any rations are gone.
Okay. Is the rope still viable?
Yeah, it would have been inside the backpack, so it's yeah. Anything that's like non-magical, like paper or like leather, would have either been eaten or decayed enough.
Yeah.
But anything else is serviceable.
I mean, anything not serviceable or anything that looks personal, I'll leave with him. But
Okay. Yeah. The ring does look probably personal because it has some sort of symbol or engraving, but
is it?
it
I
looks
would.
like it's really well made, though.
Yeah, I would turn to you.
Yeah.
Connor, does this have any magic to it?
Make a wisdom saving throw with advantage.
I show you the.
Since I don't have too many spell slots, I'm going to guess that they're probably magical and spend
14?
20 minutes identifying or casting identify on the ring and the armor.
If that's what your wants to wait for you to do, that would be up to them.
I just need to know if this ring is magical.
Yeah, so before you, like, just looking at it, just roll a history or arcana.
Yeah.
I'm just basically, because if it's not magical, she's going to leave it with the corpse.
A religion check would work as well.
Yeah.
But it depends on the kind of information. So which roll are you making?
13 arcana.
13. You recognize the 3 kind of slightly slanted dots as the symbol for a group of practicing wizards called the Hallowed.
It's most likely magical.
In your I mean it could be, you don't know, but so the Hallowed, you know, are mostly from Malorine or Karasta, which is kind of an southeastern kind of place, but they can be found in any country really. They are known necromancers, so, but they're most known for their what some in your field would call disrespect to archaeology. They're more like plunderers and raiders.
Robbers.
Kind of, yeah, exactly. So they go in and look for magical secrets and treasure without any kind of regard to history or, you know, whatever. So that's the reputation, at least, that you would hear about.
I would be careful entering this room.
What do you get?
14.
14?
This person just laid down and died.
You start to feel incredibly tired.
I have a feeling maybe it's something to do with the statue.
And you kind of sit down on one of those stone slabs and just, you take a point of exhaustion.
Hey, Bailiff. How about you come over here?
I'm just gonna lay down for a second.
No.
Cinder's not affected at all.
No. How about you come over here? Yeah, just get up and walk towards me.
In a minute. I need just a
No,
minute.
no, no, no,
Why
no.
are you being so bossy?
I'll walk over like behind Bailiff and just kind of like
She's my sister. One.
move her, push her over to. I'm sure he has a better bedroll for you to lay down on.
Yeah, you just feel really tired. You still have that
Two.
point of exhaustion.
The other
You're
person
just
just
tired.
laid down and died.
Alright, I get up.
So there is something wrong with this room.
Can we? I mean, it's. I'm so tired, guys.
If you can't tell her it's magical, she's not gonna take it.
I'm exhaustion.
No. Yeah. Do you tell her that it's a hollowed wizard or whatever? Like what they are?
I say that it's probably magical.
That's not what I asked though.
Mhm.
Does it have any tarnish or anything on it? It's a silver ring.
It is a little tarnished, yeah, but it's well preserved.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do
Okay.
you tell her
It's-
anything about
I
the history
cast
of it?
detect magic.
Okay. So you use your spell slot to do that?
Yep.
Okay, so the armor lights up.
Yeah.
And the ring does not.
Okay. The ring is not.
I will walk over then and I will put it back on the dead corpse.
Okay.
I'll leave it there.
Okay. Yep, the
And
armor
I
is
tell
very
you-
clearly magical.
I do tell you a little bit of history about that ring. They are vile people. That ring should be smashed.
It's obviously important to them.
Wait, did you say hollowed?
That's what Connor said.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, they're not great, but it might be good to have a bargaining chip. You never know.
I don't see how a ring would be a bargaining chip.
If you're trying to pass as someone in their ranks.
Did that heater get turned off?
Why would I want to trust somebody in their
It's
ranks?
not warm enough. Just turn it on. It's cold. That cord was keeping
No
my
reason.
foot warm.
It is on the corpse, protected by the statue. I did bring the bag and the armor back out though. It's leather armor.
Yep.
Does anybody wear leather armor? You
What kind of armor?
leather armor?
Is that light? I think that I
Yep,
can wear
it's light.
Mhm.
It's red.
So I'm gonna cast.
It's a deep crimson red. If you
Yeah.
bled in it, you wouldn't see blood.
I'm gonna sit down and cast identify on it.
Okay, you're gonna take 10 minutes, or are you gonna use a spell slot?
10 minutes.
Okay. Are you guys gonna wait 10 minutes for him to cast?
Yeah, and I set
Yeah, I take a nap.
the dungeoneering kit or whatever down somewhere for someone that wants it because Cinder doesn't want it.
Okay.
She's not gonna carry it around, so.
No, let me make a note.
That's too heavy for me.
What is?
The
The
dungeoneering
engineering
kit.
kit. I got too much shit already.
Yeah,
I
I
didn't talk about
can't.
the leather armor. I was like,
I can't carry it, so I already have a pack. But it would have like climbing gear and crap in it, titans, all that stuff.
I mean, I've used a bunch of mine, so I guess I could just replace what I used
Yeah.
Right? You could replenish from
out
it.
of it. That way I don't have to pull that stuff down. To
Yeah.
pull
If
it.
anybody wants like titans or a crowbar, extra rope, that sort of thing.
Uh,
I mean, technically we used rope, so it's one of those pieces of rope that I'll go ahead and replace. I'll replace my stuff. That way we can just leave it there.
Cool.
And now I don't have to really change anything on my character.
Right?
yeah, I mean, most of it was salvageable. It was usable, but it's been sitting here for probably half of a century. So
It's been here for a minute.
yeah, it's just a minute. Yeah.
Was it a long
you don't feel the
30 years or something?
huge weight of sleep, but that point of exhaustion literally means you're tired, right? So, yeah, it's like you haven't
Still
slept
stuck
in
with me.
48 hours. Like, yeah, it's just, you feel really tired. So that 10 minutes passes, I'm assuming? Anything else you guys want to do within 10 minutes?
I just want to rest.
Okay.
Not like rest, but just like.
Just chill.
Mhm.
Okay. So you finish identifying. The quill informs you that this is indeed +1 leather armor.
This is very nice. When Valith wakes up, I'm sure she'll love it.
And the 10 minutes has passed. What do you guys do?
So
Does Valith snore?
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's just like you in real life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm trying to think of how many humans Cinder has seen sleeping, but I guess she's actually seen quite a bit.
Maybe a handful,
point.
but I mean,
Yeah.
it's kind of like you don't ever.
Weird.
Yeah, it's weird because you don't usually catch people sleeping unless they're passed
Sleep
out
around
drunk
Cinder.
or.
Or is your new name gonna be Sleeper on Cinder?
Sleep around somewhere.
Wow. We wake Valith up the end of his little 10 minutes.
Yeah.
What? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that beautiful red leather armor.
Yep.
Shiny new armor.
Wait. What? Yeah.
+1 leather armor.
Let's
Pretty
roll it
gift
out.
for you.
In red.
Hell
Blood
yeah.
red.
Lady in red.
Woo! Now they'll really call me Red.
Perhaps Scarlet would be a better term.
With that, Scarlet, I like it. Yeah, usually they call me the Red Death, but it's so dumb.
No, it's not so dumb. No, it makes
Scarlet
sense.
Death.
Does that sound familiar at all? Red Death.
Scarlet Fever.
Yeah, I don't think you'd have any way of figuring out that.
Not this.
I'm only like two countries away from this area.
Yeah, actually, that's an interesting point. You, all three of you make history checks.
I mean, I haven't been. She's probably maybe been to this area like 50 years ago or something. Maybe. But probably not this area, but like a human Calisandria in general.
24.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
24?
Yep.
Okay.
Got a dirty 20.
Okay. What'd you get?
He hasn't rolled.
You said you three and I.
Yeah.
Not me.
Oh, I thought you said.
I mean, you could make one with disadvantage.
What
It's
is
just
it?
very unlikely. Yeah.
I'm gonna make one just for shits and giggles, but I'm gonna decide that she doesn't know. Anyway, so
I rolled a 19.
Okay.
natural one. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Exactly.
Narrative. Okay, so you've heard of the Red Death. So 25 years ago, there was a plague called the Red Plague, right? That's that's a plague. You've heard of the Red Death. The Red Death is a notorious assassin that roams the streets of the Free City, doing what you've heard of the Red Death, and you know that they're an assassin, right?
Wait, what?
You, with your 24, have also heard of the Red Death, and they are notorious, a notorious assassin known for the lightning red streak of speed before one sees. That's the last thing that anybody sees is just a lightning streak of red. And they are a notorious, powerful assassin that is rumored to be in the pocket of the Black Syndicate.
What? Why are you looking at me like that?
I know this. Because that's why.
You know that I worked as an assassin.
Okay. It's good enough.
And with that deeply awkward pause and silence as Connor looks on in disbelief
I was
at the
kidding.
identity of the red
I
death.
was kidding.
Make a deception
Oh
check.
my god.
And anybody can make an insight
You're
if you'd
so
like.
sensitive. Gosh, if you weren't so gullible.
Nope, I got a natural 20.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Fuck.
He
I
said
feel
what?
like you're not surprised.
What was the roll?
Insight.
Inside.
Oh.
My deception check
Yeah.
is. Excuse me. Where are you?
You won't fool him, but you might fool me.
Oh, okay. I got a dirty 20.
Okay, so what's your total? With your natural 20. It's 20 plus your insight.
Okay,
Then it'd
okay,
be
you're
22.
just joking.
22. Okay.
I got a 15.
I mean, you know. Yeah.
She could be joking.
What did Envy get?
I got a natural 1.
Oh, okay. I mean, Coben, she might be kidding, but she's a little quick to defend her joke.
Oh, what? Me? Uh-huh.
What? I would never.
Coben is actually the one that picks up on it.
What?
There's you actually with that kind of insight check, you notice there's a little bit of pain behind the eyes, just briefly, just a little bit of lost, kind of vacant look off into the horizon.
Maybe some shame.
1,000-yard stare, if you will. Just very briefly. It's really easy to miss, but you catch it just at the right time.
Might have been a little bit of shame.
So,
Okay. You don't know.
with that, it is 11:25. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap up.
Oh.
And
We went a whole hour and a half more than we were supposed to.
yeah,
I
we did.
started a little late.
Yeah.
So.
So, if you watched, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week. Actually, probably this Friday. So, yay! Bye.